Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how basically you can make a email validator, bulk email validator application inside Node.js and Express. So basically guys, this is the application we will be building here. Let me just start this application, nodemon index.js. This will start this application on localhost 5000. So there will be a text area guys where you can enter your email addresses one per line. Let me add any sort of email address, some valid ones or some invalid ones. So you can just write any like this. So after you write your email addresses like this guys, basically, so we have written some email addresses like this guys, you will see that. So it contains some valid ones and invalid ones. So now if I click this button guys, what will happen? It one by one, it will loop through it and it will exactly tell me which of the email addresses are valid or which of the email addresses are invalid. You will see that this email address is valid, this is valid, this is valid, this is valid, this is valid, and these are invalid email addresses. So invalid email addresses are those where you cannot send email addresses. So if I basically try to send email address to this email address, if I open a Gmail here, if I want to compose the email address, if I want to basically send the email address here, so exactly it will tell me that inside this email address doesn't exist. So you will see that guys, if I try to basically send this email address, there will be a message which will be coming, this email address doesn't exist. You will see that address not found. So this basically clarifies, this basically confirms that the application is correct. It is correct in detecting this email address doesn't exist. So we will try to build this application guys. So if I try to basically send this email address, this is my email address, it's a valid email address. If I try to compose a message, if I send this to this one, so if I write any email address, click on send, you will see message sent now. And now this is basically it's my email address. So you will see that basically this email address email will be received here. I just want to refresh here. You will see that this email is received here. You will see that. So in this case guys, basically we will try to basically build out this application email validator where we can validate multiple email addresses at one time. So there will be a text area here, you can enter as many email addresses as you want. Right here you will see that we will be using some AJAX here, which will be automatically one by one it will validate your email addresses. We will also be using some bootstrap to style these messages which will be coming here, which is invalid email or valid email. So we will be implementing inside Node.js, Express, JavaScript and Bootstrap. So all the source code guys I have given, you can purchase the full source code and you can follow this inside the, in this video I will write a full source code. So now let's get started. This will be the directory structure after you purchase the source code. So now guys, let me get started and let me just show you how basically this is built. Let me delete this source code and start from scratch. So right here guys, first of all you just need to make a package.json file npm init-y, and after this you need to install Express, and then you need to install this package which is email-verifier. This is a package guys which we are using for this application. So if you just go to npmjs.com and you just search for this package which is email verifier, this is a package we are talking about guys. I think, yeah, email verifier. This is the package. If you search guys, you will see that it is used to validate and do this process for us. 1000 weekly downloads are there. You will see that it exactly tells you guys basically whether the email address is valid or not. So inside your package.json file, sorry, this is the package. I thought I was incorrect. So if you just go to npm.js, this is basically this package, guys, which is email-verify. This is a free package. You don't need to basically spend any sort of money or any sort of API. So it's a free package, unlimited number of users you can do. You can also install it globally on site your system. You can just write here npm i-g and then email-verify. So this will globally install this package inside your system, guys. After that, you can simply type this package, which is email verify, and then you can simply write here the email address that you want to verify. Let's suppose I write my own email address, which is this one. So this will exactly tell you guys, it will return a response to you. Inside a JSON response, you will see success is true here, and this is a valid address. So now if I write an invalid address, let's suppose this one, which doesn't exist here. So now this will return a response. It's not an invalid email address, and success will be false. So we will basically try this inside our Node.js. So just install this email verify and express. And now guys, we will basically start this express server. We will say const express. We will say require express. And basically we will start a new express app on port number 5000. So we will simply say that app is listening on port 5000. And now guys, basically whenever you open this, we will load a file which is present inside the same directory, index.html. So we need to make this file right here, index.html. So just make it inside your root directory. And also guys, we also need to import some middleware, which is body parser. So body parser middleware is also necessary, and then we will use the body parser middleware extended to false and JSON. So these two lines are necessary. After this guys, inside this we will have a simple HTML template, and here guys you need some jQuery and Bootstrap. So if you want the full source code guys, you can purchase it. I have given the link in the description, so where you can get all the source code if you face any sort of problem. So after the title, just paste the Bootstrap CDN, and also we will paste the jQuery CDN. So just after the body, paste it. So after this guys, we will simply have a we will simply say bulk email validator, and right here after this guys, we will have a simple form action. We will don't be providing an action here. Inside this we will have a text area. So name will be emails, and we will basically give a class of form control. So basically guys, these are all Bootstrap classes. And just after this we will have a button. Bulk validate emails, like this. So if you now refresh your application guys, what it will do, if just node-mon index.js. So you will see that if I type localhost 5000, you will see basically we have a text area, and we have a button right here. We can give full width to this button. We can simply write here btn block. We can give this class here btn block, so this will make it full width. You will see that. And now guys, we just need to write the JavaScript code which is required. So right here after this, we can have a simple table where we will be displaying our result. We will have a div, and inside this we will have the table. We will give these classes, which are all bootstrap classes. And simply here, we will have a table row. And we will have two columns, guys, which will be the actual email address, which needs to be validated, and the actual message, whether it's a valid or invalid email address. That's all. So after this, guys, we will inside the table body, we will give it a ID to it or body. That's all. And to the form, guys, also we need to give it a ID to the form as well, so that we can target in JavaScript. That's all. And this just make it required as well, this text area. So this value is required. So now, guys, we will write the actual AJAX code, JavaScript code. So we will make this inside a separate file. So script.js. So just make a separate file, guys, script.js. So inside this file, guys, first of all, what we need to do, we need to basically target the form. We have given the ID form. So when the form submits, this is the jQuery one. E is also there, which is, we can say, e.prevent default. This will prevent the auto submission of the form. So after this, guys, we can get all the email addresses that the user has typed. So you just need to give this an ID. We have given, I think we haven't given. Just change it to ID. So just give it an ID of emails. So here we are targeting emails. We will get the value like this, and then we will split it. We will use the split method, and we will split it by the new line character. That's all. After this, guys, what we will say that we will say body, and sorry, after we get these email addresses, we can simply console log it. Let me show you. So now, guys, if you say a localhost 5000, so if you type any sort of thing here, so this will be coming in a array like structure. We have converted this. If I inspect element, go to console, click on this. So it is saying that okay, I think we need to move this file in a public folder. So just make it a public folder, guys, and then move it in there inside this. And then inside your, we can make this directory a static. We can say express.static public. And now, guys, we can simply include this. So if I now refresh, if you write something here, so each line will be, it will be getting in the array like structure. You will see 5 items are there inside this array. This is the first item, second item, third item, fourth, fifth. So one by one we will be validating these email addresses. So that's why we are formed this array. You will see that. So after you get these inside the form of an array, guys, we can use a for each loop inside of a JavaScript. So right here, after we get this, guys, we will basically change the button text. We can target it by the ID that we have given, which is button. So here we can simply change the checking emails, please wait. So whenever we are processing it, we can change the text of the button. For this, we need to give it an ID to the button. Just give it an ID to the button, that's all. And also in this case, guys, we can disable the button, so a user can't click this button. So we can say prop, and we can say disabled to true. So now the button is disabled. So if you now do this, guys, what will happen? Click on this button. Let me just, you will see that now this will be disabled here. You can see checking emails, please wait, and I can't click this button. So after this, guys, what we need to do is that we need to simply use this for each loop, which is emails for each. We will use the for each loop. And for each email, guys, what we need to do is that we will make a AJAX request. So here we will make a AJAX request, guys. So this jQuery provides that syntax, guys. So here we will provide the method to be post. URL will be simply validate, and the data that we will be passing, guys, is the actual email address. So email will be email, and success callback. So whenever we have some data, guys, this callback function will be executed, and now we can console log the data. That's all. This is basically, we are basically invoking a AJAX call, guys, asynchronous JavaScript. We are making a post request to this URL. So now we need to make this post request, which is app.post slash validate, and inside request response. So right here, guys, we will catch this email. We can say request.body.email. So we are passing this email, that right here, if you see, guys, we are passing this email address. So now if I refresh this, so if I try to basically click on this button, so what will happen, guys, in the console, you will see all these email addresses will be printed out. You will see that. So let me just refresh this. You will see that. If I again refresh, so you will see that, guys, all these email addresses will be printed out. So now what we need to do is that we just need to validate uh, inside our server. So we will basically, inside this, guys, we will just include the dependency, which will be the package that we install, email verify, and inside this package, guys, we will have a method which is verify, and here we will pass the actual email address, guys, which is we will store this email address in a variable. So we can pass this email address like this, and after this we will have a callback function where the error and the info will be there, and right here, guys, we will send this as a JSON response back to the client, which will have two values, actual email and the message. So here the message will be, guys, info.success variable, which will be a Boolean parameter, either true or false, whether this email address it's a valid one or not. We will send this information back to the client, and now this will be printed in the data variable. If I try to refresh this application, and if I try, this is a valid email address, let me write, this is an invalid one. Click on this and you will see that, guys, this automatically it will make two AJAX requests to the server, and this is the first result, message is false, and this is a second request, and this time the message is true. This is a valid email address. Now we can display this information in the table, guys, and also we can enable this button as well and change the text as well. So for doing this, it's very simple. We will go to this, and basically, guys, we will have a, first of all, we just need to change the button text to the normal text that was validate. I think, what was the text? Bulk validate emails. So bulk validate emails. And also, guys, we just need to enable the button as well so that the user can click. So we can say disable property to be false. And then, guys, we will have a if condition. If data.message, it's a Boolean parameter. If it's true, in that case, it's a valid email. If it's not true, in the else block, it's a invalid email. So now we just need to manipulate the DOM, and for manipulating the DOM, guys, we will use jQuery here. We will target table body, and we will append here. We can write here multiple template string here, and we can say table row, So here we can say data.email, which is a two properties which are present. And then guys, we have data dot, you can simply write here it's a valid email, that's all. And for this we can we can give a class, bootstrap class guys, which is alert success, that's all. And here we can simply copy this value and paste it here for the invalid one. This time it will be danger, it will be invalid, that's all. So that's all that it's needed guys for this application. I think it's complete. And if I now try to refresh it, if you see guys, what will, so there are two email addresses which are valid, two are invalid. Click, you will see invalid email, and this is valid. You will see that it will have green background color and it will have red background color. So this is basically the application guys. You can even add this line which will actually delete the previous entries before you make the next request. So right here you can just write this. So empty, just it will clear out the previous content. So just write this. So now if I again do this, you will see that $55. So basically guys, this is very important tool. Whenever you have a millions of addresses, you need to validate multiple email addresses. In that case, you can do that. You will see that invalid email. So this is the application. If you want the full source code, you can go to the description. You can purchase it if you are facing any sort of problem. So thank you very much guys for watching this video, and hopefully you will like it. Please, you can host it anywhere else. You can purchase the hosting, VPS hosting, virtual private server. You can install Node.js inside it. DigitalOcean, you can purchase it, or you can purchase it on Hostinger. All those hosting providers are very much true. This tool will be great. You can earn a lot of money using this tool on site the internet. So thank you very much for watching this live stream.